What's up, guys? This is T-Mac with some 2K TV Interactive. Could you tell me what year did I get inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame? Was it 2016, 2017, 2018, or was it 2019?
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Toronto Raptors. At power forward, Ochai Agbaji. At shooting guard, Duncan Robinson. At center, Nikola Vucevic. At the other guard position, Emmanuel Quickly. At the other forward position, R.J. Barrett. The head coach of the visiting team is Darko Rajakovic. Let's meet the starters for your Philadelphia 76ers. At shooting guard, 6'3", number 23, Eric Gordon. Starting at power forward, 6'5", number 16. Caleb Martin. The other forward, at 6'8", number 8, Paul George. At guard, 6'3", number 0, Tyrese Maxey. At center, 7 foot, number 21, Joel Embiid. The head coach of your home team, and those are your Philadelphia 76ers.
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. They've got Nikola Vucevic. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Agbaji in at the 4. And for the 76ers, George and Martin looking to produce at the forward spots. Eric Gordon is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
And it's going to be the Sixers off the tip. Maxey against Quickly. Now here's Maxey. He's covered closely, and he lays it up and in.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Robinson can't hit. And Gordon has got the ball here for the 76ers. Maxey, a good look. Quickly with the rebound. Gordon against Robinson. Here's Vucevic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Getting points inside is no problem for Vucevic. He consistently finds these openings.
For 3, Maxey. Another miss by Maxey. Maxey's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. On the wing quickly. Outside Robinson. Pass to Vucevic. Vucevic slams it in.
Love it when Vucevic attacks with intent. He has the size and strength to dominate around the cup.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Maxey passes to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Driving in. Agbaji with a rebound.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize. Once he saw the smaller defender guarding him, he took it right to the rack.
Barrett finds Vucevic, shoots over Embiid. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Vucevic has got 6 points.
Just a threat from all three levels. Nikola can hit from the inside, outside, and in between.
Shot is good by Gordon. Here's Quickly. His last outing, he had 20. Here's Robinson, and he banks in the layup.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Maxey against Quickly. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Such an explosive athlete. Maxey saw his chance and took it right to the rim.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Now here's Maxey. In the game against Miami, very impressive.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Quickly passes to Vucevic. It's stolen by Maxey. Martin right side. The three is up. The shot comes out.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Honestly, I don't know how he pulled that off.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
And a homecoming of sorts for R.J. Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. You wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
The Raptors have got 5 of 7 shots to fall. Pass to Vucevic. Now Robinson. Quickly outside from downtown. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. The last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Here's Quickly, following the score by Philadelphia.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, when Eric Gordon's able to find space and dribble that way, the defense has a hard time and is helpless to stop it.
The Sixers lead by 4 to the inside.
Raptors foul. Duncan Robinson. That's his first personal.
Philadelphia shooting their first foul shots of the night.
At the line for 2, Eric Gordon.
And he makes a first. And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Grant.
Oh, B.A., you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
Both free throws good from Gordon.
For so long, Eric Gordon has been an impactful player in the minutes that he plays. He can shoot threes, he can drive it, he can get it to the free throw line, so those additional points are huge helpers.
And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. 6-point game. Here's Agbaji. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Agbaji's got 5 now.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
Embiid passes to George. Martin outside from behind the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Raptors trail by 4. Pass to Agbaji. It's Barrett on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. It doesn't go for him.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
George outside. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Barrett. For three, George. Doesn't go that time. Toronto's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Quickly outside. Drains the triple.
Quickly can space out that floor for you. Knockdown three-point shooter.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Here's the teardrop. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Now here's George. He had 31 in the win against Miami. Pass to Embiid. Quickly with a rebound. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Robinson. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
And Robinson unfazed by the defense, even though he was contested.
Gordon on the take. His first miss. 3 for 4 in this contest now. Barrett passes to Robinson. Quickly outside. Embiid against Robinson. It's Barrett on the wing. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Rebound by Philadelphia. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against the team that shot it well.
Now here's Robinson. He had 9 points in his last time out. And they take the lead. Quickly's got 6.
3 points.
Laser focus from Quickly. As soon as he saw that pass coming, he was going to fire.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Brett, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Martin comes in for Martin. Oubre, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Tyrese Maxey. Lowry laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
That's Kyle Lowry just putting it all on the line, just outworking guys to get in that close.
Outside Dick. Oubre with a steal. Abaji with a rebound. Toronto's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Left side Robinson. Outside Payne. Takes a 3. The rebound by Lowry. The 76ers shooting 43% to get this one underway. And the jam by George.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. From 17, Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Down low. Here's Martin. Kicks it to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And there's Oubre. That one's good. On the assist by George.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Dick. Outside Robinson. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Robinson's got 7 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Lowry outside. Here's Oubre. Robinson defending. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, that was a sweet move. Oubre, the lefty, hard to read off the bounce.
Payne against Lowry. Pass to Abaji. Robinson on the wing. Over George. Robinson can't hit. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Martin. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
To the paint. Here's Dick. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Kelly Oubre picks one up. Toronto shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Shooting for Toronto.
The first one falls. Some changes for Toronto. Boucher's checked in for Abaji, and it's Walter in for Robinson. That one misses.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous. And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
More than capable of knocking down that shot. He's not shy.
Lowry outside for 3. It's rebounded by Dick. Raptors trail by 3. That's tipped. George with a steal. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Outside Dick. A minute 22 left in the first quarter. And it's going to be a 3-second call. As we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. You look at Toronto, they're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference. And of course, Philadelphia, not posing much of a threat right now.
Well, right now for Toronto, so far it's been just a magical season. And the way they're going, they could be even better come playoff time.
And once the playoffs do arrive, they won't be intimidated. They got underdogs early on, but during the course of the regular season, they've proven they can handle any situation and any opponent, no matter how tough.
And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
George outside. From the arc. He drops it from range. George has got his second bucket on the night.
Really no spot on the floor where George can't hurt you. What a versatile scorer.
Outside Payne. Up and over Lowry. The shot by Payne, no good. Philadelphia leading by 4. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first personal
There's a quality about the way Kyle Lowry steps onto the floor and plays with intensity that I think competitors and even opponents really appreciate. He just gives the game everything that he possibly has, and it elevates his play.
Fernando's checked in for Pirtle. Shot and game clock separated by 5. They get it back. Pass to Walter. On the wing, Grady Dick. Shoots over Oubre. Dick with a miss. Now here's Oubre. Guarded by Dick. Offensive board.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Eric Gordon getting it done for Philadelphia. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly.
32.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Sixers so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Oubre is at the 2 with George playing the 3. Martin slides in at the 4 with Embiid in the pivot. And it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, BA, dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, BA.
And so here is Toronto. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. Walter can't get it to go. Quickly against Maxey. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Here's Walter. Outside for Boucher. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. Next up, the Knicks in New York. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. Now here's Maxey. 7 points in the game. Here's Oubre. Here's Embiid.
Yeah, I love the use of the shot fake by Embiid. Smart basketball there.
It's his first trip to the line.
Team foul.
First one falls for him. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, BA, I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Gordon, he's checked in for George. And Toronto also making a switch. Vucevic is checked in.
Oubre just does a great job right there of getting that steal.
Raptors trail by 9. Pass to Quickly. To the wing on the left. Here's Fernando. And the Raptors miss again. Now Philadelphia with it. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Shot is good by Gordon.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And Toronto calls time here. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ballgame.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Pirtle's checked in for Toronto.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's out of bounds. The Sixers able to retain possession here. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Maxey. Now Embiid. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Toronto ball.
And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season. Toronto, number 1.
And give them credit. They're earning every one of those second chance points with their relentless effort.
Quickly finds Pirtle. Embiid against Barrett, and it's blocked by Embiid.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
Gordon, the pass to Maxey. Back to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Pirtle grabs a miss.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Quickly outside. Shot to stop the run. They get the rebound. Vucevic. Embiid with a nice defensive effort. Philadelphia leading by 11. Foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Maxey passes to Oubre. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, Oubre, the closer he gets, the more excitable he can be. What a finish.
Timeout called. The Raptors coming off a win against the Hornets.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Now here's Quickly. 9 points in the game. Right side, Barrett. Pass to Walter. Just 5 on the clock. No good from outside.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Gordon. And here's Embiid. Covered by Vucevic. And Embiid throws it down. That gives him a double-double.
Yeah, Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Goes up at the elbow. Here's Quickly. And the 17-footer goes down. Quickly's got 11 points.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Barrett with it. Picked up by Embiid. Kept alive. Here's Vucevic. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Maxey, that's good.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
And yep, it's good. Barrett's gotten his first basket of the night.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Pass to Gordon. With the big finish.
It just feels like Eric Gordon is sinking everything right now on the offensive end.
And it's blocked by Embiid. They get it back. Now here's Quickly. Maxey covering. It's hauled in by Oubre.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Flat out dominant. Joel Embiid having his way tonight.
That one goes in. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. And he jams it home with authority.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense. If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And that's a tough shot to defend when Maxey pops up out of nowhere.
Now a timeout called by Toronto.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Lowry comes in for Gordon. Raptors trail by 18. And here's Payne. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Charlotte.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Good work defensively by Robinson. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Here's Dick. Here's Pirtle. And he makes it on the layup. Pirtle's gotten 4 this quarter.
And that's what they pay Pirtle to do, get extra possessions and capitalize if you can go back up.
Lowry, the pass to Oubre. To the middle. And there's Drummond. That one's good. On the assist by Oubre. Oubre's got 4 assists now tonight. Raptors trail by 20. Pass to Dick. Here's Pirtle. Puts up a three. And it's Martin with the rebound. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Lowry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lowry's got his second basket of the night.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Abaji. 5 points in the game. And they'll get another chance. Here's Dick. Buries it from 3. Dick's got 6 points.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Pass to Martin. Back to Maxey. Out to Oubre. The 3 is up. Rebound by the Raptors. Inside. Oh, rejected by Drummond.
Well, Drummond going after that one. Sometimes shot blockers wait. Other times they attack it, and Andre did it that time.
Outside Dick. Shoots over Maxey. From the top of the key, he buries it. Dick's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Philadelphia leading by 17. Pass to Martin. The ball's knocked loose. Outside Maxey. Lowry against Payne. Lowry no good. And for Toronto, they're shooting at 30% here in the second. Now here's Pirtle. Here's Dick. 3-pointer off the mark.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. The 76ers shooting 55% for the game so far. Lowry surveys the D. Clock at 6. Out to Oubre. There's the 3. That one's in there. Drummond with the assist. 11 points in the game.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look, a great setup for the bucket.
Well, Brent, the reputation of Duncan Robinson is as a shooter. He's added to his game.
A little bit, B.A. It's still going to be shooter first, but Duncan doing a much better job of reading some of the double team in action coming at him to run him off the line. So that assist number, that's been growing.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Martin outside. And he drives in, sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to Payne. Now Pirtle. Drummond defending. Fades back. Robinson can't hit. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. For 3, Maxey. Pure from 3-point range. Maxey's got 21 points in the game.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Here's Oubre. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Jakob Pirtle.
Oubre right there, just not afraid to take it at the defense.
Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
Junior taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Oubre.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
And the 76ers with some changes. Martin comes in for Martin. And it's George in for Tyrese Maxey. Fernando's checked in for Toronto. Boucher comes in for Robinson. Here's Lowry. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Lowry's got 10.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And so it's Philadelphia with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep fielding them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. And in one stretch there, they were up by 6. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They're getting into the lane whenever they want, getting some high percentage looks. I don't see the coaching staff switching up too much. Keep it simple. Force your opponent to adapt to you.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
And one of the main reasons they're down right now is because of their rebounding problems. They're getting outworked, outclassed, not bringing the intensity, not willing to get their hands dirty. They're playing like wimps.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. We've got R.J. Barrett. Duncan Robinson is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Abaji in at power forward. Blocked! And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. With this break, let's bring up the teams who've been clicking offensively over the last month. Number one, the Raptors.
Well, over the last month, they started to hit a high percentage of shots, and I think it's due primarily to great shot selection.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Gordon, he's checked in for Drummond, and it's Tyrese Maxey in for Lowry. Lets it fly. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron, and it falls. Quickly's got 13 now.
Man, we've seen some of these nights from Quickly just blowing up here offensively.
Maxey passes to Gordon. Launches it. And Maxey gets it to go on the assist by Gordon. Maxey's got 24 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Maxey, that's good.
Looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Pass to Quickly to the middle. Over Maxey. And it's Quickly with a miss.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Vucevic against Embiid. Vucevic with a steal. Quickly outside. Back to Barrett. Here's the three. Sinks the tray.
R.J. Barrett.
Barrett's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, RJ right there moving without the basketball, and that helps him to get to an open spot on the floor. That creates the rhythm.
Here's Embiid. Knocked away. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. To the paint. He can't hit that time. And George with some nice D. Maxey against Quickly. Here's Embiid. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Defensive foul.
And the 76ers making a change here. Martin's checked in. This will be his third free throw attempt of the game.
Team foul.
Molding himself into one of the most dominant centers in the league, Embiid has really come into his own.
Here's Agbaji. That one falls. Agbaji's got 7 points in the game. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. On the attack, Embiid. No one on him. Makes an easy one.
It's a scary sight when Embiid's coming down the lane. Not a man you want to get in the way of.
Out of bounds. Going to be Philadelphia's ball.
Philadelphia ball.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Over to the wing. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett.
I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Walter, he's checked in for Robinson. Here's Embiid. Quickly with a rebound. Quickly's got 6 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Gordon pulls it in. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Martin. And the layup is good off the glass. Martin's got his second basket of the game.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Vucevic gets the bucket.
A merciless play by Vucevic down low. Crashing through the contact to finish strong.
Maxey with it. Now quickly defending. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it.
Philadelphia foul. Paul George. That's his first personal foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Philadelphia?
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
We probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and a willingness to do that has paid off.
And Barrett drops them both.
You look at R.J. Barrett on TV, you don't realize the guy is 6'6", 214. He's got that size along with the shooting ability and a nice overall game.
And it's Maxey missing. Toronto's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Agbaji. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Shooting for Toronto, Ochai Agbaji. Taking
first free throw is good. More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age. And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Uses the glass on the layup. Maxey's got 7 points for the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor.
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Toronto making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in. Here's George. Got a piece of it. The Raptors have gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Here's Barrett. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
It's awesome to have a guy at that size be able to accelerate and elevate like RJ did there.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Down low. Here's Gordon. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Credit to the plays they're calling for. Getting him right now some good shots.
Toronto calls timeout. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
Again for your 76ers, youth dance team.
For Toronto, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Pass to Walter. 4-3. Knocks down the triple. Walters has got 6 points.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Maxey, that's good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Abaji. And the shot goes down. He's got 11.
Well, we know Quickly can score, but there he shows off his passing ability.
Maxey passes to George. Hurdle with the block. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Hurdle finds Quickly. Here's Abaji. Back to Quickly. The 3, Barrett. Rebound by Philadelphia. George has got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated. But this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite.
Now here's Maxey. 30 points in the game. Gordon on the wing from deep. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
And the 76ers with some changes. Andre Drummond is checked in for Martin. Martin comes in for Paul George. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Gordon. Now here's Dick. He's got 13. Martin, the pass to Maxey.
And just a very well-built guard. You know, Maxey is so hard to slow down around the rim.
He's getting his first. And they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
Tyrese Maxey.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look. So the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Both free throws good from Maxey.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Here's Payne. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Embiid. Oh, good D by Boucher. Toronto has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Pass to Barrett. Here's Dick. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
Certainly he has the ability to take over games. Dick's doing it early in his career.
And here's Drummond. Maxey with it. He's got 32 points. And he lobs it up to the rim. Can't complete the lob. Here comes Toronto on the push. Pass to Fernando. Barrett with it. The 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Now Grady Dick. 3-pointer. The rebound by Embiid. Payne against Lowry to the inside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Eric Gordon.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
And that one misses. Oubre, he's checked in for Embiid. And he's good on the second. And for the Raptors, they're shooting around 45% since the break. Payne finds Barrett. Back to Payne. Boucher outside. Here's Dick. He buries it from 3. Dick's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Here's Maxey driving to the basket.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And for Toronto, they're shooting 40% so far in this one. Here's Payne. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Personal foul.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for 1.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. The 3. Rebounded by Payne. Here's Barrett. It's hauled in by Oubre. Oubre's got 5 rebounds in the game. Over to the left wing. Drummond inside. Guarded by Barrett. The Sixers again can't hit. Here's Toronto with the ball. And there's Payne. That one's good. And the assist from Boucher.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Lowry. He's got 10. Down low. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Now he's been doing this for a long time. Nobody scares Lowry down low.
When he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Lowry. Uneasy, too, on the layup. Lowry's got 14 points for the game.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Here's Dick. Rebound by Philadelphia.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And stolen by Barrett. Back to Dick. Right side Payne. Boucher outside. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Now here's Oubre. 12 points for him.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
George, he's checked in for the Sixers. Robinson, he's checked in for Toronto. Here's Oubre. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. The shot by Drummond, no good. Toronto shooting around 52% since the start of the third.
Philadelphia foul. Kyle Lowry.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
4th team foul. Shooting for Toronto.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both. Philadelphia leading by 22. Left side, Oubre. Pass to George. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. These are his first free throws of the game.
That's his second personal
That's good
foul.
from George.
5th team foul. At the line for your
George hits them both. Outside Payne. And again, Toronto, no good. And so it's Philadelphia, a huge 24-point lead for them. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. George and Martin looking to produce at the forward spots. Kyle Lowry out there with Eric Gordon. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
So much of offensive rebounding is about timing, and that's how Martin got in there to take advantage of the defense.
76ers foul.
A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Philadelphia 76ers.
First team
On
foul.
Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that game against Miami, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. You just hope they are able to execute their game plan as it should be a close one.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. They can't figure it out after a minute or so. Just go with how it was called on the floor.
Here's Walter. After the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago.
Always been a tight defender. George not slowing down with age.
Pass to Walter. Here's Vucevic. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Toronto.
And that one falls for Vucevic.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting.
The Raptors making a switch here. Temple's checked in. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Yabusele. Back to George. Wide open look. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that.
Here's Council. Tries yet again, and he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. And that's going to be a foul on Toronto. And he drops the first.
Council, 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
And here are the Raptors now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to George. Back to Maxey. And the powerful one-handed slam.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought Maxey was going to dish to a big, but instead he kept it and scored.
The halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Here's Maxey. The Raptors making their last shot. Inside. Here's Embiid. Fires it. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Ricky, Council, the 4th.
Vucevic finds Barrett. Looking to get it going. And he dunks it down.
Big men who dish it like Vucevic are royalty in this league.
And Gordon has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist by Gordon. Gordon's got 6 assists in the game. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Pass to Vucevic. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Barrett. Good work there as it goes. Maxi's got 40 points.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Barrett with it. Defended by Gordon. Barrett can't hit.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting him rip.
Not a lot of resistance from the D.
That's the last guy you want to leave open.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. As we know, Brent, experiencing some team drama is not an uncommon experience in the NBA.
Man, BA, as years went on and playing 7, 8, 9 seasons in the league, he almost started to invite some of that drama into the locker room. It's really a character builder, and it shows you that you care about what it is that you're doing. So the drama are always great lessons for how strong your team is going to be.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the 4th quarter. And a miss there on the triple. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Raptors ball.
And so here is Toronto for 3. Barrett drops in the 3. Barrett's got 12 points in just the second half.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Here's Embiid. Pirtle with the block.
And Pirtle's got a high defensive IQ, great awareness, which is why he's able to block and alter so many shots.
Here's Maxey. Here's George.
Yeah, he's not having the same success from the field that he saw in the first half. A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession. 2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
The 76ers shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Here's Maxey. Deflected. On the break. Here's Fernando. Count it. Good.
I like that pass from Barrett. Willing to do what's best for the team.
They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Now Gordon. Outside Maxey. Launches a 3. Fernando grabs the miss. Here's Quickly on the take. And that one is hammered home.
In an instant, Quickly saw the opening, didn't hesitate.
Philadelphia has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Embiid. Another shot. Quickly with the rebound. Quickly's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Fernando, the pass to Barrett. Fires the 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
Well, with him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
To the paint. George. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his third.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, Grant?
It's so important, BA. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world.
Now here's Martin. The offensive rebound. Maxey. It's deflected. Outside Barrett. Up and over Gordon. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Pass to George. Over Pirtle. Here's Embiid. They shoot again. And he takes it up and lays it in. Embiid's got 8 here in this quarter.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
The 3 from Quickly. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
For 3, Maxey hits the three-pointer. Maxey's got 43 points.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line
and he knocks down the first one. The 76ers making a switch here. Lowry's checked in. Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Walter comes in for Barrett. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Boucher, no good.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
And George with the jam.
A good chance to see Paul George hurts that time.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting 47% since the 4th quarter started. Oh, George with a steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. And George with the jam.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
For 3, Lowry. Here's Embiid. It's blocked. And he's able to get it back. And finally, they hit one. Embiid's got 18 points in just the second half.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Fernando, the pass to Abaji. Lowry against Quickly. Can they get it? It's rebounded by George. George has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. To the left wing. Here's Lowry. Here's Embiid. Here's the second effort. And he sinks the layup. Embiid's got 32 points in the game.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets. They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And now the Raptors on the break. Pass to Boucher. Here's Walter. Here's Quickly. He's guarded by Lowry. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Walter, good.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And here are the 76ers. They're on a 17-7 run. And the foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. Lowry against Quickly. Here's Martin. Rebound, Toronto. Fernando's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Dick. To the left side wing. Quickly outside. Fires from deep. Dick with a miss. Philadelphia has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the 76ers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year.
Yeah, they salvaged a little pride here tonight. You You got to come away with at least one win against a conference opponent each year.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Joel Embiid.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Here's Toronto now. Boucher passes to Fernando. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Lowry, the pass to George. Soft touch off the glass.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Oubre on the wing.
Toronto foul. Bruno Fernando. That's his 4th personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for Philadelphia.
That free throw good from Lowry.
The thing that makes Kyle Lowry so exceptional and special for the role that he plays is he can create offense for himself, he can create offense for his teammates, and he winds those in so seamlessly.
Both free throws good from Lowry. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th. Outside Payne. From outside the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort, and it paid off tonight. Thanks, Paul.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.